The Lord rejected Cain's sacrifice but accepted Abel's sacrifice. You see, the difference between a vegetable offering and an animal offering is all about the blood. That's the only difference. The plant don't have blood. The animal has. That's the difference. It's all about the blood. The term sacrifice, when you hear the word sacrifice, if you just go look it up, the definition of sacrifice is defined as the destruction or surrender of something. For something to be sacrificed, it has to be destroyed. The surrender of something for the sake of something else. I surrender this, I destroy this, I sacrifice this for the sake of something else. That's what he did. Jesus sacrificed himself for the sake of me. That's what sacrifice is. I destroy something for the sake of something else. When I was a child, my parents allowed me to have a little space in the backyard. And in that space, I planted a little small garden. And I like to plant watermelons and tomatoes. And at a certain point, I could actually eat my crops. I mean, that was the fun part about it. You take care of it, and man, nothing don't taste as good as something that you work for yourself. And I could actually eat the crops that had been produced by my garden, and I didn't let anything go to waste. I ain't care if the watermelon was this big. That watermelon was gonna get ate. I ain't no big old watermelon. I grew it, and it still be green. I don't care. I'm finna eat this watermelon right here. I grew this watermelon right here. I ate them tomatoes, man, right there off the thing. Took me a little salt out there, bit it just so you get open it, put that salt in the opening, and man, you go. I produced that, and I enjoyed it. But at a certain point, I could actually eat the crops that had been produced by my garden, and I didn't let anything go to waste. But you know what I learned? Even when I had lost interest in being a farmer, because you know how we like to do things and then we ain't interested no more. Even when I had lost interest in being a farmer, I would look at my little overrun garden and stuff would still be growing. I ate it. I ain't planting nothing else. I ate it. I cut the watermelon off and I ate it. I pulled the tomatoes off and I ate them. But I could still see the watermelon and the tomato plants trying to sprout up. You see them trying to sprout up again because the root had not been destroyed. That watermelon and that tomato wasn't really sacrificed. It was given as an offering to me, but it wasn't sacrificed. The sacrifice means to totally destroy something. But let me tell you about a blood sacrifice. A bloody sacrifice requires intrusion. It requires, you can't just pull a tomato off of it. No, you can't just pull a tomato off the plant and get that plant. No, a bloody sacrifice, there got to be some blood to shed. It requires intrusion. You got to intrude. You got to pierce the skin. You got to cause some intrusion. A bloody sacrifice requires a piercing of skin. A bloody sacrifice requires surrendering and destruction. Anybody in here ever killed a chicken? Go on, tell the truth now. Ever killed a chicken? Run. Tell me this right here. Be real with me now. You killed that chicken. Mama fried that chicken. Did you ever see that chicken walking around again? No. Did that chicken ever lay any more eggs? No. That chicken was destroyed. That chicken was sacrificed. Blood was shed. That's what a sacrifice is. Blood has to be shed for a sacrifice. If Cain could have just gotten past his humiliation, it probably was humiliating. Him and his brother, they probably wrestle together. They probably do all this stuff together. It was probably humiliating when God said, I take yours, but I don't want yours. It was probably humiliating. But if Cain could have just gotten beyond himself, if he could have just gotten beyond his humiliation and grabbed a hold of the revelation, there was a revelation in it. Can I tell you, when God tells you no, when God turns you down, when God says, no, I don't want that, when you offer something to God and God's like, no, I don't want it. If you can get past the humiliation, I know you thought you was right. I know you thought you was right, and pastor or somebody else said, no, we can't accept that right there. I know what you thought. But if you can get beyond the humiliation and say, God, what are you trying to say to me, God? God, don't try to defend yourself. God, what are you saying in this situation? And grab a hold of the revelation. Hebrews 9:22. Scripture says, in fact, according to the law of Moses, nearly everything was purified with blood. For without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness.